Thank you, Prize Picks, for making today's show possible. Claim $50 with your first $5 pick when you sign up using the code Breaking Point. Click the link in the description to join in on the fun for EWC. Thank you again for Prize Pick. I am so grateful and so happy to announce we are joined by one of the most consistent players in the CDL, the European prodigy turned CDL finals contender, Byron Nastie Plumridge of the Vancouver Surge. Nastie, it's a pleasure.
Yeah.
How's life post CDL Champs?
That's good. I mean, I was chilling for a week, had some time off after the long grind. Had my birthday, and now we're back to it for EWC. So
How old are you? Are you an
I
unk?
just turned, I just turned 26.
Did he
Don't look it. Don't look it, but
say?
I did. I just turned 26. Yeah,
You're aging absolutely
I am.
gracefully. Yeah,
I know, right?
any you had any plans after Champs? You been anywhere,
Uh,
done anything?
I went to a festival. Just like did normal stuff for my birthday. Not too much because I had to get straight back to it for EWC. So
Yep.
couldn't really go away. But like after EWC, I'm definitely gonna plan something in the off season to go
What,
do some stuff.
what you planning?
Maybe like just I want to go. I like traveling, so I'd like to go to like maybe a country I haven't been yet. I really want to go to Italy actually, so maybe that'll be on the cards. We'll see.
Have you ever been to Japan?
I have not yet. That's another one I really
Dude,
want to go to.
dude,
Yeah.
add that to your fucking list. I'm going in August. It's
Oh, really?
amazing. I went last year. I can't
Uh,
describe. It is the perfect place. Where
yeah.
where in Italy do you want to go?
Honestly, there's like so many places. Honestly, I couldn't even pick one for you. Just anywhere, really. I just love that country. I don't know why.
What else is on your bucket list?
A bucket list. I'd like to see like the Seven Wonders too. Like visit those. That's like always been a big thing for me. So maybe visit one of those. I also want to do a cruise at some point, but that's also like hard to plan because you have to kind of book ahead on those things, and
Yeah.
we really can't with our schedule. So
You looking forward to traveling
maybe
to Saudi? That's on the
no,
bucket list, right?
not the travel day. I'm looking forward to going. I actually loved it last time I was there, but the travel was not it. I mean, I did. To be fair, we did it ruthless last year in LAT. We did a 16-hour from LA to like Doha in one flight. Yeah,
One
yeah,
flight?
yeah. It's one
16
flight.
hours?
It was like 16 hours and 30 minutes or something, and then we had to get off, had an hour layover, and then another hour and a half flight. So yeah, I'm not trying to do that again. But I think from here, from Vancouver, we do 2 7 hours, or an 8 and a 7, something like that. It's a lot
Okay.
better.
I mean, that's not too bad, right?
Yeah, I mean, I can do 8 hours and then stretch my legs. But 16 was like, oh, gee, bro.
How
I can't do that again.
many times are you getting off the seat?
So many. I was just like, just using an excuse to go to the toilet. I didn't even need to go. I just tried to walk up and down the plane.
Dude, what's the craziest like travel day you've ever had with the team going to an event? Have you ever had like an eventful one?
Really, I mean, the worst one was probably the Riyadh one, but that was just because it was long. I haven't had any like delays or anything like that. Most of
Fortunate.
my travel days have been pretty smooth with the team, which is like, good because I've had like on my own personal ones where I've been delayed like 5 times, and it's not it, bro. It's
Yeah.
really not.
All right, let's get into it. So, my first question for you, Baron, is before the season started, you see the
Yeah,
power rankings, all that sort of stuff. You guys were predicted to be basically a mid-pack team, right? Or at least fighting for mid-pack. The
right.
first event didn't really go so well. It was a tough one, major one. You placed top 12. If you can share, why wasn't it clicking as well as you hoped going into that?
Um, I would say we built our team based around gameplay that this game just doesn't play. It doesn't play that way. This game is more straight up just run at people, if I'm honest. It's less like methodical in terms of you don't have to approach the game a certain way. You can kind of just run forward and just hit shit, especially in like hardpoint.
Ape, ape, ape.
Yeah, you can just ape, honestly. And it works. If you make the kills, it just works. It's not like last year. Like last year was very different. Um, so I felt like we struggled with that in hardpoint. I felt like S&E and Control we weren't too bad, to be honest. But hardpoint is probably you have two of them in a series, so if you
Yeah.
can't win a hard point, and it's also the momentum mode. I feel like because you get so much hype off like just slamming someone in a hard point. Um, so we struggled a lot with the pacing and like how many kills we were getting on the map, and I felt like it hurt us a lot. And then because we were constantly losing hard points, like if you can't win any, like you're just not getting any like flow. You're not,
Yeah.
you're not hype, no momentum. And then that also makes the other team play better, even if they're not that good at search. They'll just perform better just because they're on a high with all that confidence. So I
Yeah.
feel like that was like the big thing why we struggled.
Did it feel like, let's say, your map ones was such a
Yeah,
struggle to win? Did it feel like on the S&Ds there was that almost added pressure of, okay, we have to
yeah,
win this search, and then it changes
yeah,
the way
sort of.
you play?
Of course, yeah, because like if we go down 2-0, like we just know we don't know it. Obviously, we're still gonna like do our best to win, but like we're not in a good spot if we lose map 2. And then also like you don't want to go to game 5 every series. I mean, it's good if you can keep icing them out, but you're only gonna ice them out for so long. You know, you can't rely on that.
It's like, what was it, Rocker at the start of the season? How many game fives
Yeah,
did they have? they
I
they
know.
iced
That's
like
what I'm
most of
saying.
them.
Yeah, that happened to my LAT team last year too. We had like 9 out of like 11 series at game 5, and we won most of them. But like if it goes the other way, like your whole season can be like cooked. So yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, that's how it goes. I'm afraid.
Yep. So then you guys turned the season around. You ended up with a second place at Minor 2, second place at Major 2, a second place at Major 3, a second place at
Yeah.
Champs, right? So explain to the people who are watching what sparked that shift from Major 1 to the rest of the season.
I feel like we had a good game plan in Major 1 in terms of like how we were trying to play the game, at least in the second half before the event, because we started racking up wins online. Like we were squeezing them out, but we just didn't have the, like I said, the pacing or the slaying capacity to like make it work, if that makes sense. I felt like we actually were ahead a bit in Hardpoint in terms of game plan. Um, so once we brought Trav in, obviously he's quick. He's so quick. Like he's everywhere, painting pictures all over the map. So and he's good at getting kills. So as soon as we got him in, like the two things we were lacking on, we instantly like improved on. And we kind of had our honeymoon phase, I guess, with the team. We were barely losing maps and scrims for like weeks, and then we just kind of rode that, hit a high, Major 2, and then after Major 2, we got slammed in the final, which wasn't great, and we actually had a rough patch a little bit, like because if you lose like that in a final, sometimes it takes a minute
Mm,
to like get back in flow. You know, it kind of disrupts everything because we barely lost any series before that. Um, but yeah, like I said, I felt like we were just so ahead in hardpoint that it kind of carried us
yep.
to like being that good, and then because I feel like our control was horrible in season 3, it been like stage 3. But because we were so good at the other two modes, it didn't really matter. We still got to the final being bad at one game mode. Like that
Yeah.
doesn't really happen. So yeah, I just think it was honestly just having supreme pace and being ahead on the game plan when it comes to hardpoint. To be
Got you.
honest.
Yep. So then, for you as a player, as a you pull out an AR more often than not. How
Yeah.
does bringing in someone like Trav, you said he's Neptune for a few guys out there, how does bringing in Neptune like make it easy for you as a player?
So when you're an AR player, you need like your subs to push out like the cuts or like the flank routes, like let's say like protocol underground stuff like that. Like, because I can't be looking at that. I need to be looking at like other things. So if I have to constantly worry about that, I can't do my job.
Mhm.
And Trav will and Von, Javon or Ofar, they both do it to be honest. They'll constantly hit those routes and push out the like the shortcuts that I don't. That makes me not have to look at, so I have more space to just keep the game in front of me. And if the game's in front of me, it's a lot easier, especially with an A. I mean, you can just go to the power
Yeah.
spots and just it's easy after that, you
Just
know.
look at one way, like,
Yeah,
yeah, I'm iron.
yeah. Just be a gun, just a sentry gun, and just shoot things. Yeah, it's great.
did
So,
did Travis bring anything like outside of the game that you were surprised about compared to say Charlie?
uh, when he first joined, obviously he had a good challengers team, so he had some stuff like S&D and like different things about certain hills maybe we were lacking on that he brought. What his old team used to do because challengers gets a lot more reps than us, especially at the start of the year. So they kind of figure out a lot of things that the pros don't
Yeah.
because they get a lot of tournament reps with their cups and stuff. Um, but yeah, I'd say he brought some stuff like that, and he actually had quite good comms for someone who plays fast. Like especially like early on when he like joined, he was like kind of like leading it, like
Mm,
I don't know, like leading a bit, especially in hardpoint because he was playing so fast. He was like he's good at like commenting what he's doing while playing quick, which I think is quite hard actually.
yeah.
So I actually tip him on that.
playing fast, getting all the info, but the most important thing is telling you what he's doing, so then
Yeah,
you can bounce off that.
yeah. I'm a big advocate on that. Like, if you're gonna do something, you need to tell everyone what you're doing, otherwise it's just pointless.
Yep, yep.
So I always gas people who can do that.
What about your other two teammates, Abuzah and O4? What were some of the things that you were surprised that they brought to the table for this year?
Yeah, so obviously going into the off season, it went certain ways. But like once I got in the position I was in, those are the two people I wanted to team with straight away. Um, and the off season's a mess.
We'll
Um,
get to that.
yeah, we'll get to that. But yeah, no, obviously I saw like how good they were on Seattle last year. I mean, they were literally the two main like fryers on that team, especially Jordan. He was having a legacy year. I was actually surprised how good Jordan's small talk is, because English isn't his first language. I didn't know what to expect with like, because I've only spoke to him a few times before I teamed with him, but he's actually like quite good with that. Like he's always going 150%. So I'll tip Jordan on that. Like even if he's having a bad day, you don't know he's having a bad day. You know what I mean? Like some players, I mean I've done it sometimes myself. Like I'll just lose four, and he never loses four, so I'll give it to him. And then Vaughn, Vaughn's actually like super smart in search. He actually like is just a good playmaker to have, and I feel like that's quite rare as well. Like most people in search just default, try hold the pinch, do nothing, and you're not gonna win that way. So
I think there's a couple teams.
yeah, there's a few. There's actually quite a few players. I feel like it's got more and more over the years. But yeah, no, Vaughn definitely makes stuff happen in that game mode. So he's the man you want, map 5. I'll tell you that. He's the man you want, map 5.
All right, story time.
Yeah.
Explain. LAT, Vancouver. What happened? Let's get into it.
You mean like the off season, or you mean
Yeah.
this year? Like
No, no, off season.
oh oh my god. So the off season, I'm going in thinking the team's sticking. Like that's what I got. That's what the the thought process was, and everyone on the team thought that. And then all of a sudden, it's not. I wasn't there for all the decisions. I don't know everything. Uh, but I got told that they were thinking about other things. Didn't know what it was yet. I mean, that's fair, you know. Is what it is. I was like kind of waiting and waiting and waiting. The only thing I'm annoyed about was how long I had to wait to hear stuff. Like, because the longer you wait in the off season, the way it goes is it hurts you to wait sometimes than it does to like not wait. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Especially when the top teams, like the big teams who offer like your optics and your phases and stuff, like once they kind of settle their roster, everything kind of goes really fast. Um, it's like a domino effect, I guess. So you kind of got to be like on job once that happens. And luckily for me, Vancouver really wanted me, and I also really wanted to team with Abuzah and O4, so it worked out for me in terms of like the waiting. But easily could not have
Yeah.
if like you know what I mean? Because I mean, I already spoke to Ray, and he said he was already looking at other players too, like in case because I was so on the fence, because I was trying to figure out what was going on with Thieves.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, I thought that team last year was really good, and I've seen a few people, even people come to my chat all the time and ask, like, do we think my last team would have been good? And I think we would have been quite good on this game, if I'm honest. But
Really fast.
yeah, definitely would have been a good team dynamic for the young. You don't know that going in, but looking at it now, hindsight, it would have been quite good for how the game plays. Um, I also feel like everyone from that Thieves team got better this year. Thinking about it, like individual performances, I feel like everyone got better. Um, but yeah, I guess they went the route of building a super team, which you just can't expect, to be honest. I mean,
Yeah.
you can't blame them for that. They have an insane team, so and they won 2 events, so you can't really say anything. But yeah, that wasn't the. I didn't expect that going into the off season. That's for sure.
Could you like expand more on the whole waiting thing? So like
Yeah.
why is it bad to wait? Especially for Call of Duty like Rostermania. Why is it bad?
So everyone in the league, especially I'd say the bottom half, they're more so. They just want they obviously want the best opportunity they have, and they're trying to build the best rosters. But they also some people are tweaking about even having a spot. Like some people are like that, and I feel like they don't want to wait, so they're just trying to create teams. And if you're not like in the conversation, and if you're not like a really high sought after player, like you're not on like a you're not getting on a top 4 team or like a top 5 team, and having everyone coming at you because you're insane or whatever it is, right? Um, like if you're not putting yourself in those conversations and like putting your name out there, you're kind of just gonna get like pushed to the side, and then you're either gonna be in a situation where you get put on a team with a bunch of like leftover people that doesn't really work, or maybe you team with people that you just maybe you don't like someone and you end up having to force take that that opportunity, or maybe you don't even get in at all. Like
Yeah.
I just feel like waiting is like it's rough unless you have multiple options and you know you're going to be good regardless. Waiting is like it's hard because you can only put so much pressure on the companies that are like trying to sign you and that stuff. Because obviously they're the hands that feed you, you know. So
Yeah, yeah, no, 100%. Did you ever feel like that because you didn't know what was going on?
yeah,
Organizations who were making rosters, they were like, "Yo, okay, Byron's with LAT, so he's off the table." So then, therefore, like, even though
that's
that's not the
yeah.
case,
That's also a thing. Like how I said with Ray, like he's obviously looking at other people. He wants me, but he has to think about himself too. Like he has to think about the roster he's building,
yeah,
and like Abuzah and Ofal the same. Like they have to. Everyone, at the end of the day, everyone's like trying to look out for themselves. You know what I mean? It's
it's
work at the end of the day. It's like people are not gonna. No one is ever gonna put themselves in a bad position to maybe help you. That's just like to maybe benefit you. Like it's a
yeah,
maybe. You know what I mean? So no one's gonna do that. It's just not gonna happen. So and you can't expect people to throw away an opportunity that might be good for them for the sake of just maybe helping you out, and maybe you'll help them out back because it's all what ifs really.
yeah. So
Because
then,
you're not committed. So
so I'm curious here then, Byron. So when this is all happening, and there's like so much uncertainty, are you just like tweaking on your phone? Are you reaching out to teams? Are you even allowed to reach out to teams? Like, how does that even work when you're sat there not knowing what the hell's going on?
uh, you definitely can tweak. It just depends. Like I said, on if people are coming to you and you're getting opportunities. I think people tweak when they're not really hearing anything from anyone. That's when people start tweaking because then it's like, wow, I'm not really in any conversations. You know,
Mhm.
that was me after in my MW2 season when we got absolutely cooked all year. I mean, I felt like I played good individually, but the team was just awful.
Yeah.
So that I actually ended up in challenges because I waited like half the off season because I had a +1
Hmm.
with the Ravens, and from my knowledge, I was told they were keeping me, and then all of a sudden they just restructured, got rid of everyone, even the coach, everything. So
Yeah.
and then I got cooked, sent down to challenges. So
So
I've
then,
done that myself.
if you're not in these conversations, right?
Yeah,
How do you get in these conversations? Like, how do you force something to happen? How do you even know conversations are happening?
you just gotta like reach out to coaches, GMs, players. I don't know. You just got. That's why you got to build bridges, I guess. And it's not just playing in the industry. It's kind of you need to build connections and bridges of people. At the same time, it's like a two-way game, I guess.
Like a networking game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
unless you're like, like a superstar, you don't really need to do that. But everyone else, I feel like, should be doing that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even for like the future, when you stop playing, it will help you. It's not like just for getting league spots. You know what I mean? Like
Mhm.
that's just the business world in general.
Yeah. Got you. Got you. So then you're going to Vancouver. All the thing with Major 1 happens. But after Major 2 onwards, I've praised you guys many, many times on social media, videos and all that
Yep.
sort of stuff, right? So, what was your biggest advantage, especially in respawn? What was your biggest advantage as a team? Why were you guys so good on respawn compared to most of the league?
Uh, I would say the earlier majors, like 2 and 3, we were ahead in hardpoint, 100%. There was maybe 2, 3 teams that played hardpoint the right way. Um, for this game, like the optimal way, should I say? Um, I also think because we are fast with that many kills, it's actually surprising because we are actually quite good with our comms, and that's like the only team I've had where everyone contributed good small talk for like a month straight, which was like actually insane to like be a part of because I haven't had that yet. I feel like having good small talk while playing that fast is kind of what made us really good. Um, because if something goes wrong, the only consistent thing you have is your comms in a game. To be honest, like COD is so like situational. You can play the Skyline Hardpoint, for example, play it 100 times and it's never the same. You know what I mean? There's always a different like situation you get into. So yeah, definitely our small talk was what propelled us, I think, and then being ahead on like how the game plays.
Was small talk something you guys worked on?
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%. I mean, we have a. When you see this board or this writing,
Yeah.
we went over like loads of stuff about like what's important to the team and like what needs to happen for the team to work, how we treat each other, stuff like that. We went over everything after. When did we do that? After Major 2, I think, because we, like I said, we hit that slump and we
Yeah.
were trying to pull ourselves out of it, and we did that, and yeah, it helped. So that was a good thing we did. Good team exercise.
Mm. So what's the team dynamic like in person
It's pretty
with you
good. I mean,
guys?
we don't have Trav here, unfortunately. He's in Indiana. He's loving it over there on that ping. Tell you that. He just doesn't have to play on the Vancouver cable. But yeah, no, it's pretty good. I mean, we vibe here every day, so it's good. And Vancouver's an easy walkable city, so if we want to go do anything, we can just literally go out and walk somewhere and do that, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So pretty good.
Who's the Joker on the team?
It's Vaughn for sure. When he's
Twin.
yeah, it's definitely Twin. When he's in a good mood, he's happy Larry. He's cracking jokes. Yeah,
Got
we
you.
love Twin.
So going into champs, again, you guys have
Yep.
got second 3 times at this point. Did you
Yep.
guys like prepare any differently compared to like a major? Was there anything you guys emphasized? So for you personally, as an individual, and then as a team, what were the things you guys like emphasized going into champs to try and win?
Yeah, so individually it was trying to improve get my search and my control back up because Major 4 had a stage 4 had a terrible, that might be the worst I've ever played in search in a whole stage like ever in the whole time I've been in the league. So uh definitely was working on that, watched a lot of games back, watched a lot of VOD, figured out what was going wrong because the maps change over the course of the year,
Yeah.
and I feel like I didn't really adjust. Even as a team on some maps, we didn't really adjust enough to like to how the map was being played. So improving on that in search individually and as a team. That was a big thing for me. And then control as well. We've been working hard on control for so long because like stage 3, stage 4, we were terrible. Like and we were trying so many things, and eventually we got it to click just at the right time. And I'm pretty sure we only lost like one control at chat, two. We only lost one or two at champs, which is pretty good considering we didn't win any whole of stage 3. We were like 0-8 or something.
So you mentioned
So
your
yeah,
control, right? Why did you
yeah.
think your control was so bad in the first place? You guys, I look
So
at your team. You guys are built for control. You guys should be insane on control.
yeah, so because we played hardpoint at such a fast pace, this is like a big thing we struggled with. It was changing the pace for control because like maps like Hassin, they're actually quite ratty. Like it looks mixy, but it is like really ratty at the same time. And it's like knowing when to speed up and when to slow down. Um, so we struggled a lot with the pacing on control, where we'd bleed lives or like we wouldn't take our time when we're getting spawn trapped, and that was just something that took a while for us to click, I guess. Like just keep improving the small talk on control, going over VOD. Like a big thing for us was creating like musts like on the map,
Mhm.
like for example like Vault. Obviously we're not playing it anymore, but like the old Vault's control. Sorry, a must was like we have to play through the B Street on D. You know what I mean? You want to spawn in P2, like stuff like that, like creating like things that like need to be done on the map to make it easier for everyone to like find the flow.
Yeah,
We didn't really have that for a while. We were kind of just winging it, trying to play control like it was hardpoint.
got you. Like
So
filling in correctly,
yeah, yeah.
flow, stuff like that.
First
Yeah.
person on spawn has to do this, like if we want it to like work. So yeah, that sort of thing. We went over and it took a while, but like we finally got there at the right time. So
Yep. Did you ever feel like because you're so focused on improving your control, did you feel like your other game mode suffered?
yeah,
Yeah,
so
that's
this happened with map pool too. Like we got so good at Skyline Hardpoint that we actually fell off hard on Protocol Hardpoint, and not many people know it because we didn't play it that much. Everyone kept banning it because we were so good at it. So like it worked out for us, but we were so bad at Skyline. You know, Skyline it's literally mixy. It's like Bow Cage. You just kind of it's actually insane, and Protocol's not that way. So like those two are very different. So we got good at one, bad at the other. But with Control, when we worked so hard on it, like I said, I was doing a lot of individual work on my search too, and as a team we were. I feel like our hard point like not fell off, but like it wasn't as strong as it was all year. in my opinion. I mean, we lost 3 in the final. I mean, I know it's OpTic, but like they were playing really good hardpoint, but like we losing 3 for us is like bad. That's quite bad. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
And we lost Volt, our bread and butter.
so let's talk about the bracket then, right? Were there any
Yep.
turning points or any games throughout that you thought, yeah, we're gonna win this?
So when we came out hot against Miami, map 1, we slammed them. First like map of the tournament. I was like, wow, we're here to play. Here we go. And then we got absolutely cooked. The next 3 maps, we got cooked. I got cooked map 4 so bad. I was like, hell no, this is not how I'm about to go out. And then we watch LAT lose, and I'm like, we're playing LAT losers round 1. We just haven't beat these guys all year. This is great. Fantastic. But we prepped for LAT because we expected to play them in the second round anyway.
Mhm.
So we prepped for LAT. So that was good. That was smart from us to prep for them ahead. Honestly, the map for us that like it was honestly the first map. We kind of big dicked them and let them have red card hardpoint when they're like 10, 11 and 0 on it on the year. And everyone was calling us stupid, but we got really good at red card. Like even stage 4, we were really good at it, and it was our best map going into that tournament after Vault. And then we big dicked them on that, and then we won it, and we were actually winning it quite convincing the first row. And I feel like that was what like pushed our team to like hit some kind of flow, I guess.
Yeah.
Because like that map wasn't the one anyone expected us to win. Even us, like we knew we could win it, but like beating them on like the map they haven't lost all year is like it's still quite good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I think it's typical. I think when you play a team who don't really have like any weaknesses, you gotta play your best shit. You just gotta.
Yeah,
It's like FaZe last year. You just gotta square up on your best shit and then just go from there.
it's hard to veto against them because they're
Yeah,
good at everything.
yeah. Did you expect to lose to? Well, I'm assuming going into that Miami first game, I was expecting you guys to run through them because of
I
how
was
good you
expecting. I
guys,
mean,
right?
we did map 1.
And I'm thinking map one.
After that, I don't know. I don't know what happened.
So then after map
We,
one, like, why did it feel like Miami just like switched it on? Like, what was such a difference between map one and then everything
I
else?
think we probably trolled giving them dealership map 2, if I'm honest. Looking back at it, like we were good at it, but they were actually insane at it. I think they won it like 7 times in a row before they played us, or like 6, something like
Mhm.
that. We kind of gave them their comfort pick to get back in the series. I think if we played any other search, we'd probably win it, and then the series is over, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
And then I honestly don't remember the control from that series. I kind of just don't remember it at all. I think it was a Volt. It was a Volt.
Was it a vault?
I'm actually not sure, but I know one of them was absolutely popping off on the control. And then the Hassie, I don't know, we didn't win Hassie all weekend at that event. I don't know what happened to our Hassie on our, but that's something we're working on right now.
Was your Hassie and the hardpoint good in scrims at LAN though? From a flow perspective, did it feel good?
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It wasn't like, I mean, we only played good Hassie teams. It's not like we played like really strong Hassie and the hardpoint teams. It's not like we lost it to someone who's like bad at it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, to lose that many in a row was not good at all. So
Yeah.
we've been working on that.
Got you. So then you lose the first series. You're
Yep.
thinking, fuck. You're thinking this. We should be in the finals. We're playing. We should be beating everyone. So then, how do you and the team reset going into an LAT, which is a grand finals match in losers round
Yep.
one?
We kind of had a talk about how we trolled that series, whatever, it's done. Like we can still like go really far in the tournament. We still win the tournament. We're not out. But it was like we got to adopt the mindset of they just lost too. Like they lost to a team they should not lose to. Like they're in losers round 1, and they're feeling the pressure more than we are. To be honest, like they should be. They're the number 1 team coming in on the last 2 events. They're in losers round 1. So we just said like just big dick 'em, literally play with like ultra confidence and just we like they have more to lose than us, more pressure and stuff. So just literally just do our thing and just don't really like worry about like losing or anything like that. Just like kind of get rid of it out of your mind and just basically just run them. Even the red card S&D, we were just running them for like the
So
first like
loose.
4 rounds, just straight sprinting, just no fucks given really. That was kind of the mindset. So yeah, I think that was what like helped us beat them because like the more we're going up in score on the maps, the more pressure they're gonna have. So
Yeah.
that's gonna hurt them and it's gonna help us. So it's one of those.
So let's talk about pressure, right? Pressure can change the way people play. You see it in the game. People are scared to chow. People are scared to take time into whatever. Did you feel like against LAT after that map one? Did it feel like they you could tell they were playing with pressure? Did it
Yeah, for
how
sure.
did it feel different from, let's say, early on in the year when they beat you in the
Oh
finals?
yeah, I mean, even in the second half of the red card hardpoint, they were playing more loose and they were bringing it back. But I think because they lost their map, that red card hardpoint, they've never lost all year. I think it definitely was like, oh shit, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now, I can't speak for them, but if that was me, I would be like, oh shit, we just lost our fucking, you know what I mean? And then the S&D, we did the same thing. Second half of the game, they started bringing it back. They started playing more loose. Maybe they just like said something in the comms or something. I don't know. But that team is good when they play loose. That's why they were so good. You know, they got so many playmakers on that team.
Yeah.
So they're not used to playing like scared and tight like that, or like being. They're not used to being ran at either. Like people kind of respect them too much to where they get all like the free reign to do what they want, and normally the other people are, you know, playing scared or not wanting to make plays. So I guess putting a team like that in a situation they're not used to being in is like the best outcome for like anyone really.
Got you. All right, making it to the finals. You're making this generational run, playing OpTic Texas. You get
Yeah,
second place. You're walking away with what, 500k, right? In your
correct.
opinion, in hindsight, and this is like a trend for the entire season. What do you think you guys lacked specifically against Texas, where you don't come away with the ring? When arguably you could have been what, 3-1 up, 4-1 up?
Yeah, I know. Uh, one our hard point slacked. So they won all three, and they. You could argue we should have won the vault hard point. We kind of trolled it, if I'm honest. We definitely trolled it. If I didn't get hit by a nade, we'd probably win the map. Um, but I think they've also got a lot more experience when it comes to like big moments like that too. I mean, we played in finals, but like the other two finals we played, we just got slammed. It wasn't like we were in like some high intense map 7 or something. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that, like kind of builds grit. And I feel like we had a lot more grit in that champs final compared to the other finals. Like we definitely got a lot more like experience and stuff, and it helped. But you know, some of those players have been in those scenarios so many times that that definitely helps you for sure. And they had it was like 5 of those maps in the final could have gone either way. I feel like, and like that's where experience and just confidence will either win you the map, or if you have it, and if you don't have it, it will lose you the map. And also Shots is having a legacy series, so that doesn't help.
Yeah.
And also he's probably got he's probably got the most experience when it comes to that stuff, and he's having a legacy series. Of course he is. So
You
yeah,
play Shotzi, you call him out, he's here, never mind he's down there, never mind he's up in the
yeah,
sky, never mind he's like, bro, where is he? He's
yeah.
everywhere.
There's even a play on like the Real One hardpoint. Like I'm trying to play for the last P4 row, and we're having a fight. He just leaves me. He just runs off and goes spawn kills my teammates. But I don't know he's gonna leave me. Like no one else is leaving me there. You know what I mean? He's just gone. He's a good play. Like I got to tip it, but
It
no one
was,
else is doing that. If it was
dude.
the other way around, I probably wouldn't have done it. I probably would have hard played him. Like if I'm honest. Like
we played I don't know if you remember this, Byron, last year in the finals. We played I think it was Invasion Control. And Ant was the
oh yeah,
last guy. He's top P4, never mind, he's top broken. Never mind, he's in
yeah.
DVD, never mind, he's in
I
laundry.
know.
It's like just
Yeah,
just keeping a track on that guy's insane. But you mentioned
Assassin's
grit.
Creed. Literally.
But you mentioned grit, right? You say
Yeah.
resilience. Like, could you feel, like, what could you feel is like the difference from, say, like Major 2, Major 3 in the finals, or Major 4, whatever it was, to then champs? So, like, you say you had more grit. Like, what does that even feel like?
Like it's never chalked like in the map. Like even the Pro Quest and we were down what 5-3? I think it was 5-3. Like I think if that was any of the finals before that event, we would have lost that map. We wouldn't have came back, and that was because we just had like belief that we could win every map no matter what. We were even saying it like after each map, like we got this, like just like reassuring each other and stuff like that. Which I don't think we were doing before. Also hyping each other up, like it actually does so much for your teammates when you like gas them.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people don't actually like realize how much it does. That's something I learned last year because I used to be pretty like just chill monotone, and I wouldn't really like get hype when we win. I wouldn't really like be like that guy who gets up. But like yeah, last 2 years I've definitely been trying to do that more, and it does help a lot. I mean, it helps me when people gas me. So, but yeah, I think that was like a big factor. Like to always believe in. It's never chalked because it really isn't. Like there's been some insane hardpoint comebacks or S&D like loads. It's never choked really.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was mainly that I felt like.
Got you. So if I ask your three teammates, right, and I ask them to describe you in 3 words, what are they gonna say?
So,
This new Nasty from
oh,
when I was working with you. This new Nasty. What would they say?
I don't know. Depends who you ask.
Let me ask Twin. Let me ask O4.
He's gonna say that I'm smart, but I tweak sometimes. And then he's gonna say, what's the third one? I know he trolls me about being slow, so he might just say slow just to troll you. He might, but I'm not slow.
You're pretty quick. Yeah. What about Abuzah?
um, Me and Abuzah are actually like close. So I hope he's gonna gas me. I hope he's gonna say I'm smart, I'm great, and I'm a beast. That's what I hope he's gonna say.
What do you think? What do you
But
think Travis is gonna say?
Chav's gonna probably give you the Nepsty little combo of our names, because we used to say that in Major 2 when we were flying everyone.
The
He's probably
Nepsty.
Nepsty, yeah. And then he's probably gonna he's gonna say I'm icy, even though I feel like my ice has not been that good this year, apart from like the champs. He always gasses me for winning my ones. I don't know why. But I'll take the gas. I'll take the gas. And then he'll probably call me slow as well, because they just troll me and Jordan about being slow, even though we're not. They say we
I
bait, but we don't be baiting. There's some way
you
slower
be
ARs.
banging. You be. I tell
Me
you.
and Jordan tell them all the time. You play with a slower AR in your career and come back and say so. They got it nice. Let me tell you that.
I there's one thing that I've always really admired about you is your humility. You've always had this humility about you in how you improve, how you approach things. You never really had this what I'd call the American arrogance. If you know what I mean,
Oh,
right?
yeah,
You
I
know
know
what
what
I
you
mean?
mean.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
right?
I know exactly what you mean.
So
Yeah.
here is your for me. Here is your opportunity to give you the props I think you truly deserve and you've earned. But do you view yourself as underrated in the CDL?
I would say before this year, for sure. Like, I think second half of the year I actually got recognition in gas. But yeah, definitely. I got some at EWC too because I had a good event.
Mhm.
I mean, I've been inconsistent over the years too. Not like I'm perfect, but yeah, I definitely feel like before I was underrated. I mean, I went to challenges in MW3 and I don't think I should have. I was actually really good at MW2. I
Mhm.
just got put in a really bad situation I couldn't get out of. Um, there's not really anything I could have done
Yep,
but perform. So yeah, I wouldn't say I'm as underrated anymore as I was before
got
this
you.
season.
Do you think you're the glue guy?
Yeah, I do. I actually do. I do. On some of my teams for sure. Like I feel like last year it was a bit of me and Dan were the glue guys in terms of because like Dan does a lot. Um, this year I would say so. Um, honestly, Vaughn is actually does a lot too in terms of like stuff like that, like the glue. Um, yeah, I would definitely picture myself as like a glue guy. Yeah.
Yep, got you. Okay, so let's go more into. I want to go more into you as a person with this question. What is your routine like before a big event? Are you like heavy into VOD? Do you have any like superstitions? Anything you do from a routine perspective that you keep the same before majors, minors, online games, anything like that?
Um, I do. Obviously, we do prep as a team. On I kind of like brought that up after like Major 2, I think it was. Like we need to do more prep on teams, and everyone agreed, and we started doing it. And I feel like it helped. You just have to pick and choose what you prep because you don't want to like
Yeah.
do too hard and then like mess up your own game plan, you know. But yeah, we always prep. I do solo prep too. On like maybe I'm struggling on stuff going into the event, and I'm trying to like put myself in the best position going into the event, like on my worst like scenarios and maps and stuff like that. Um, for example, let's say I'm just getting cooked in red card hardpoint. I'll watch red card hardpoint VOD for like the week before the event, like every day. I'm just like going hard on that map only, just trying to like because I have to play it.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna let the team down, you know. That's the worst thing. That's the last thing I want to do. Um, I started going gym this year, which actually helped me a lot mentally. So I make sure I'm doing that before the event. That makes me feel like puts my head in the right space.
Yep. Are you big
Wish I
onto
started
like
that earlier.
Are you doing like your diet, sleep, stuff like that?
Yeah, my diet got a lot better too. I lost a lot of weight actually. Like in the off season this year, I lost like 33 pounds now, I think. So pretty good.
Shit.
Yeah, yeah. So I've been doing all that, and that actually helps a lot. I try and preach that to people who I team with and my friends now, like because I've seen how much it helped me, like with having a clear mind and just feeling better when you wake up every day.
But you think COD will eventually get to that point where like it's like the bare minimum? Because I don't know. Have you seen
Yeah.
Abuzi's docu series? He does like a vlog thing,
I
right?
have. Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah, it's
Byron,
pretty good.
Byron, he's made a vlog, right? He's got into bed, right?
Yeah.
He's put his tripod on, faked it, got into bed 6 a.m. He's playing us on that day. He's got into bed, got out of bed, put his tripod, went back into bed, pretended to be asleep, got out, hit the gym, made his breakfast, smoked us in 15 minutes, and then went home
Yep.
for
Yeah,
his vlog.
tippy.
Yeah,
Gotta
I,
tip it. You have to tip it. You can't even say anything. You just gotta tip it.
I was mind blown watching that. But
Yeah,
do you
you gotta
think
tip.
do you think it's it's gonna get to a point where like everybody's doing it?
To the with the content side of it, I don't see so many people. Gamers are like they're pretty lazy when it comes to stuff like that. But do I think a lot more people will be like being healthy in the gym? Yeah, 100%. I feel like now we've got people that like we even have like sports people coming in now, like Ryan, who's on LAT, and what's the guy's name on Facebook? Matt
Fish.
Fisher, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So like people like that coming in, I feel like opens players' eyes too. Yeah, I definitely think there's more people now who are healthier than there has been, at least to my knowledge. But I think everyone should definitely get to that point. Helps you because I mean when you're playing, you're just sitting down all day. It's not good for your body to not move or anything like that. So definitely got to look after yourself.
Do you think it helps you like in the game? Do you think it helps you with like learning in the game, thought
Uh,
process, all that sort of stuff?
yeah, I'd say it gives me a more clear head, and I feel like less like you know what I mean,
Mhm.
like every day. So definitely more energy for scrims. I mean that's gonna boost your effort levels. And the higher effort you play at, the easier you'll learn. Because the harder you're going, the more you're into it. So yeah, I feel like it all just like it's like a domino effect, really.
Yep, got
I
you.
definitely think it helps.
Okay, I want to bring it back to when you were coming up. So in 2021, you were crowned the Europe's All Challenger MVP, right?
It's me. It's
That
up
was
there.
that was you. So I just want your opinion.
Yeah,
What was the scene like back then compared to now? The European scene.
there's a lot more players. I'll tell you that. A lot more. There was also more to play for in challenges then. More tournaments, more money,
Mhm.
and the support was like better. Like, I will say most people in Europe quit either because they were getting to that part of their lives where like they're getting older, they need to like leave and go get a job. They got challenges won't sustain you like full time, like forever. It just won't. It never will. Um, but yeah, I feel like a lot of people left Europe because of that, like left gaming. Also because some of them didn't get opportunities that they should have got, if I'm honest. But that's a whole nother discussion on how hard it is to get picked up in EU
Like
because of
who?
visas and stuff. I think Weeman should have got another chance. I think Vortex should have got a chance. Uh, who else? Who else was
Maple,
pretty consistent? Maple should have got one. He was actually really talented. He never got a chance yet. There's been quite a few over the years.
Chain.
Chain, no, Chain was my boy. That's my boy right there. But if he should have got in an NW19 like me, but COVID ruined us, and then
Wait,
we got
how did it ruin you?
well because I got signed, but I couldn't get my visa. I wasn't allowed to play
Wait, why couldn't you get your visa?
because of COVID.
Wait,
The embassies were
they stopped
yeah,
everything?
all the embassies were shut down. Yeah.
No way. Wait,
Yeah,
I
they
didn't
flew
know
me
that.
out. Yeah, they flew me out on the last day I could get into the States, like Ravens did, and I
Yeah.
was scrimming with them, and they were like sorting my visa, and the league said they wouldn't allow me to play. So yeah, I couldn't play, so I had to fly back to the UK mid-COVID. I had like 4 people on my flight from Charlotte to London. In the airport, there was no one there. It was like I was in a movie. It was actually insane.
Holy
Um,
shit.
but yeah, so yeah, that cooked me, and he didn't get picked up either. He was meant to be on. There was quite a few teams looking at him in MW19. Um,
So then
but he couldn't get.
why did he quit then?
Well, he played claw and then he hurt his shoulder. I think something went wrong up here when he was playing. It was hurting a lot, and he quit for a while to fix it. And then when he came back, he was playing Cold War, and I don't know, he kind of just like lost his passion for it. He started doing other things outside of the game.
Mm.
Wasn't as big of a grinder as he was, and then once he lost his passion, I guess he wasn't going hard and as determined as good as he was before.
Mhm.
If he had his chance, he would have been really good in the league. If I'm
Yeah.
honest,
Yeah.
he was a talent wasted for sure.
So then, what do you think helped you stand out during those days?
I had a really good team in Cold War. I had a really good team with Steve, Gizmo, and Harry, which allowed me to play great. I also was putting in so much time because of COVID. We had lockdown in the Cold War season, so I literally couldn't do anything but just grind. So literally, that might be the most I've ever played COD, like ever, honestly. Apart from
Mhm.
this year, I put a lot of time in this year too. But yeah, I feel like because it was all online too, more people were watching challenges because they were in their house. People were paying attention. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I just got really good at the right time, and I was getting praise from people in the scene on Twitter, and that helps a lot.
Yeah.
That actually goes a long way. Like if your name's getting praised, it really does go a long way. So yeah, I guess I got lucky a little bit in terms of like the praise and stuff, but yeah, just really good at the right time.
Yep. So then you played for London Royal Ravens. You played from twice. Vanguard
Yep.
with Zero, Afro, and Gizmo, and
Yep.
then Modern Warfare 2 with Ace St. Paul and Scraps. So European prodigy. You're in the league. Got a bit of experience now. What was the biggest lessons you had from both seasons? Because one season was a bit more well, way more successful than the other season.
The Ravens ones.
The Ravens ones, yeah, the
Yeah.
two that you
So
had.
the Vanguard one was getting used to the league, and I was kind of teaming with three of my good friends. It was vibey, and in-game stuff was great all year. It was out-of-game stuff that cooked that team, which I can't say too much
Yeah.
on with people, but it was out-of-game stuff that ruined our team. It wasn't in-game. We were actually really good at that game. Um, and now that's a big what if for me that season. Like if that out-of-game stuff wasn't a thing, how my league career would have been different. Like you just don't know. You really don't
Yeah.
how well we would have been that year. And then MW2 was just lessons of character development for me because I had to go through
The
I had to
arc.
go through some serious shit. Oh, I didn't have the
What shit
patience.
we talking?
Like we weren't. That was just like straight. Okay, for one, it was just losing constantly. I had to deal with that. That wasn't great. Dealing with my first like how do I say this experience of the business world screwing me. In terms of like we couldn't do anything unless the org would allow it, which they just wouldn't. So we were just in a situation where we were just
Like
cooked.
roster wise.
Yeah, like roster
Ooh.
changing, we were just kind of cooked. So, and the roster was not going to work. We were at a point where it was broke completely. Um, so yeah, I had to deal with that. That was a lesson learned for me. And also because the year was so like, scrims was just like, it was not great. I'm not gonna lie. We would come in, we'd get cooked most of the time, which is just affecting my mental health. That was something I had to deal with. Luckily, I lived near the beach. That saved me. That beach saved me. I would walk down the beach. Oh, it was great. Get some California sun. That would heal me. I'm not gonna lie. If I didn't have that, I might have been cooked.
Bro, that feeling, you're going into the office, you're like, bro, I
Yeah, and
know
the thing
this
is,
is gonna be a bad day.
it was a 30-minute drive to the facility too every day. So I'm in that car for 30 minutes, just thinking about how today's gonna go. I'm hoping everyone's gonna try. We're gonna have a great day, and
So,
then it just wasn't a great day, and then a 30-minute drive back.
how do you like mentally prepare for that?
I don't know. That's my vibe. I didn't know how to do that. Like first, like for parts of the year, I didn't know how to do that. I was struggling a lot, but I just took some advice from some people, family and friends, and I just tried to just do my thing and just trying to play for the win. Always, I'm just trying to make sure I perform because at the end of the day, this is like a after the year's done, we're not going to be a team anymore. None of us are going to team again. I knew that we were cooked completely. Like no one wanted to team with each other.
Yeah.
So it was at that point. It was like let's just try and do our best and control what we can control for now. And that was what I was trying to do. Second half of the year, control what I can control.
Yeah.
Because I tried to control too much and it wasn't working, and it was just hurting me more than it was helping. So
Yeah, I was just about to say, I was literally going to use that exact phrase: control what you can control and take ownership where
Yeah.
you can. Yeah.
Yep. Literally.
So then you end up joining
I'm grateful for
LAT.
that deal.
Yeah.
I'm grateful for it. I'm not gonna lie. Like looking back at it now, it told me a lot. So I'll take it.
Well, do you have any regrets then? I'm assuming you have no regrets then, right? Because
From the year.
because it gets you to where you are.
Yeah, the only regret I would say was because I would like to. I mean, I would just like to see what would happen if I went a different path in the off season, in terms of roster building or changing different rosters. Like that's the only thing I would say. I would like to like see what would have happened, but like I can't, so it doesn't matter.
What roster would you have built or tried to build?
Well, I wanted to build a European team, uh, with Furious. I wanted to bring Furious in. He was another person in EU who was really good. Didn't get a chance. I wanted to bring Joey or Harry back too. And then it was Asim would have been on the roster regardless because yeah, Asim would have been there. So yeah, it would have been 3 years, and Asim.
Yep, got you.
Even like after the like midway the year, I wanted to change stuff, but we couldn't. So
Yep, visas and all that sort of
I saw
stuff.
Scraps. I saw Scraps join the roster too because he was our sub. So yeah,
Yep.
he got his chance.
So then you end up joining LAT after that season. What's it like being under such a like a storied organization? You've got Nate Shot
Yeah,
as the owner, huge fan base. What was that like for you going into that?
it was great actually. I loved it. It was kind of cool because that's like a completely different like experience to like what I had on Ravens. We had like watch parties and stuff, and there was 100+ people turning up. That was really cool. I'm not gonna lie. And the org's really good. Like our gas 100T. Like if you ever need anything or anything had to happen, they just did it straight away. Like I'll give them that. Like I never had to like worry about anything but like just like forming in game,
Yeah.
to be honest. And then like making sure I do my content. Like other than that, like
How
it
does that
was
feel
good. It was
though?
really good.
Like you're a celebrity at this point, right, on LAT. Like how is that feeling for you? You've got all these fans, all these people watching you. Was it weird?
Yeah, it allows you to appreciate the job more. I'll say that. It feels less like a job when you're in an environment like that. It feels more like a privilege, which I do think helps with performance too. Like you're not stressed about outside things. You can just focus on your job. And also seeing like the fans and stuff, it makes you appreciate the position you're in, um, which is always good to have because
Yep.
we are in a really good position. Can't complain.
Yep. And then you end up finishing fourth at Champs. You get second at EWC. How do you sum up that season compared to what you've experienced like so far?
Uh, when I first joined LAT, they were in a hole. Obviously, that's why they changed the roster because they had like 10 points, 20 points, and the start of it was a bit rough. I'm not gonna lie. I think we got last at the first event. But the second half, we like that was the first team I've had where we built out of a bad situation and got better. So that was like good learning experience for me. Also, I was quite proud of what we did towards the second half of the year, LAT, to be honest, because we were in a bad spot. Once we got Joe, we really did grind a lot. Like we didn't even take much time off after champs. We were literally like one of the only teams I think that grinded hard for EWC, and
Yeah.
it showed. Um, so yeah, I was just kind of proud of how hard we worked that year. It was quite good because
Yeah.
it was a vibey team too. We all got along.
So then how, because you're in the hole at the start of the year on such a
Yeah,
massive organization, right?
right.
How are you dealing with like, I'm assuming you're going to get negativity, you're going to get criticism,
Yeah.
you should get dropped, this, that, whatever, right? How are you dealing with that? How do you deal with that?
Honestly, it doesn't really bother me, if I'm honest. It never has.
Mm.
The only people that I care about having an opinion of me is my peers and then like GMs and coaches and like stuff like that. Like I don't really care in terms of like the fans gonna like shit talk me. I couldn't give two single fucks if I'm honest. I don't care. Like at the end of the day, those same people, like you got great fans too that like will always support you no matter what if you're doing bad and good and like I read and reply to those people. I don't like reply to the people that because the people that shit talk you, they'll shit talk you one day and then they'll like gas you up another day, and I'm not about that. That I don't like that. So I don't give them my time of day. Even
Fair
though like
enough.
the people who support me a lot, like if I ever have giveaways and stuff, I always make sure I try and like give it to those people who like follow me on
Oh,
like my journeys and stuff.
rigging it?
Nah, not rigging it. Not rigging it.
Not rigging it. All right.
They're the
Okay.
ones on like Twitch and shit when I have extra codes, I give them
Yeah.
away and stuff like that,
Got
like
you.
packs and stuff.
Got you.
It's pretty
Okay.
good.
All
I
right.
like giving back.
Final few things, right?
Yeah.
Being from the UK, what is it like living away from home? What is like, because you've lived in the US and now you've lived in Canada, what is some of the
Yep.
biggest like culture shocks you have as a Brit?
Ah, Americans don't understand sarcasm. That's a big one I had to learn when I first
Oh
came over.
yeah.
They don't understand sarcasm, and the humor is very different. Like it's very, very different. So that was something I had to get used to. What else?
Food?
I think the food is a lot different. I mean, fast food's great here. Well, lies, more options. I will say, actually, even healthy, everything they have a lot more options than we do. I will say the UK for food is not great. There's some stuff we have, but not really. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's the one thing
Beans.
I'll say. Yeah, that's the one thing I'll say we leveled up on coming out here is getting food. And I'm a big foodie, so I'll take it. Uh, Being away from family sucks.
Mm,
Obviously, even friends that I grew up with and stuff, that's kind of hard. Like the longer it goes, the more distant it feels. You know what I mean?
yeah.
'Cause like
Sacrifices, in it.
now I'm on like I'm on like year 4 now, away from the UK. Next year will be year 5. So yeah, like yeah, it's definitely getting to that point where I feel like I'm quite distant for a lot of people I was close with, and it's hard to stay close to people when they have
Yeah.
their own lives and I've got mine. You know what I mean? Like adulting, just it's how it is.
Yeah. I mean, that's a lot of sacrifice you have, right? So then,
Yeah.
because you're sacrificing a shit ton, like, what are your goals? What legacy do you want to leave?
Well, obviously, I wanna win. I need to get a win soon because I'm on 5 seconds in a row or something. I'm on like four. What EWC, Major 2, Major 3, champs. Yeah, 4. I'm on 4 seconds in a row. So I need a win to start, and then more wins after that, hopefully.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I've always just been the person who I just want to be able to look back at it and be like, I gave it everything I could, and the result is the result. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I'm still like enjoying it the whole time anyway. Like it's been great. Like I wanted to get here and I got here. So and then I got kicked out and I got back again. So like yeah, that's already like an achievement in itself. I feel like
Yeah.
to be in the position I'm in
Got you.
because there's when I could name 100 people off the top of my head that would love to hit the goal that be in the league. You know what I mean? And then perform. And I also feel like I've improved the whole way through. Like I don't feel like I've gone backwards. So that's another thing that's good. But yeah, I would obviously I want to win. That's why we compete. So I need to get a win on the board soon.
Yeah. I know you
Maybe
will.
maybe it's in a few, maybe it's in like a week or two. You know, you never know. You never know. You never know.
If you can see it.
Yeah, exactly.
So then
I
what
still
would
have the gold confetti from last UWC in my scuff case. So
what would you
still
say
have
to
it
your 2021 version of yourself?
to. I would tell him that to expect to get thrown under the bus by people you think are gonna look out for you because in this industry, people don't as
They
much as
don't.
you think they would.
Yeah.
Um, I would say, yeah, look out for yourself because there's been times where I haven't, and it kind of messed me over. Um, and then I would just encourage the whole being into it more, like how I said, how I get hype and stuff, and I try to enjoy it more now. The last 2 years, I feel like I took the pressure off myself, and I kind of enjoy it for what it is now, and I'm more into it because of that. So I
Well,
would definitely say that.
so saying that, you are more into it
Yeah,
now. Does that mean, because I've seen you streaming quite a bit now. You've got
yeah,
you're a really funny person, right?
right.
Are you going to try and do more content?
Yeah, that's the goal. I mean, honestly, my girlfriend pushes me to do that, to do more content and stuff. She's actually helped me a lot. She also encouraged me to like keep getting hype and stuff, like all that kind of stuff that I've changed. She actually helped me a lot, so I'll tip her on that. Tip my girlfriend. But yeah, I'm trying to like I want to be consistent with the stream before I try to do other things. Because if I try to do too much, I'm gonna like overwhelm myself and then not do anything. I know how I am. So trying to be consistent with the stream first. And then once I feel like I'm at a point where that's like locked in like how I'd go about my day and my week or whatever it is, then maybe I'll start with like clips and stuff because I see other people doing it and it really does help a lot. So, and it's good to do content. It's good to do more when you're in the position you can.
Yep, yep. So, Byron, Appreciate you giving us the time, giving us your insights. Honestly, mate, it's been incredible watching your growth over the years. You know,
Appreciate
5,
it.
6, 7 years. Amazing, mate. Keep doing your thing. Where can people find you online, and is there any shout outs you want to give?
You can find me just find me on Twitch, Nastie_1e. And then my Twitter is Nastie_ with 2 E's. 'Cause I can't get the 1E. That's about it. That's where you find me. And I appreciate you having me. It's been fun actually. I didn't know what to expect doing it, but it was actually I enjoyed it. Any shout outs? Shout out my girlfriend for being boosting me all year. And then my team's goated and we're gonna win the OEC. Those are my shout outs.
There we go. Thank you so much, Byron.
Yep.
Thank you, everyone watching, tuning in. Appreciate you guys. Thank you.